What's up, y'all? This is Nine, aka Nine Times, here with the inaugural, the first episode of the Dialysis Chronicles. Now, before y'all go crazy and start jumping around, like what the hell is dialysis and why are you doing the Dialysis Chronicles? Dialysis is basically a machine to help clean the blood and rid the body of the waste that the kidneys are supposed to do because they don't work anymore. Kidneys don't work. That's basically all dialysis is. 10 years ago, I was diagnosed with ESRD. That's the formal medical term for kidney failure, end-stage renal disease. I was diagnosed with that about 10 years ago, and I've been dealing with it ever since. About 3 years ago, I received a kidney transplant, and just earlier part of this year, around January, mid-January, early February, the kidney gave out, the transplant gave out, so I was kind of forced to go back on dialysis. As you can see, I'm actually hooked up to the machine right now, and I chose to take this time to run it with you guys about, what's going on and what I think about and things of that nature. That's what the Dialysis Chronicles are going to be about. But here on the first episode of it, we're going to talk about health. Yes, you guessed it, health. Why would I start a Dialysis Chronicle and not have the first episode be about health? Now, health, like I just said, and the importance of it. Most people, especially in our community, don't pay attention to it. Feel like we're gonna live forever. It's nothing wrong with me. But yet, your body is telling you something completely different, and you've ignored it. You've ignored it for 10 years, 15 years, some people 30 years, some people 40 years. And they're getting the results that they get. I'm just a messenger trying to be at least an advocate for better health in our community. I mean, you can say health across the board, but I don't really care about that. I care about the health in our community because it is poor. The life expectancy rate is dropping drastically, man. Some people ain't expected to live till 40, and that's insane because 40 is fairly young. You know what I mean? And the expectancy rate is getting worse and worse and worse. People are dying just from poor health. Not gunshots, not fatal accidents and stuff like that. Just poor health. They're dying at an alarming rate, and at a very young age. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to be an advocate so we can kind of get these things in check, if at all possible. Because it is important. You don't want to end up like me. I'm on a chair, and I'm now taking pretty good care of myself. I try to, work out several times a week. I'm eating clean, and things of that nature. Now, some of the things I may say may and can help you. You know what I'm saying? So, just kind of listen in, and if something sticks, roll with it. If it don't, throw it away. It don't matter to me. I'm just, speaking my piece about it. Health in our community. Something we've always struggled with, as far back as I can remember, They say they, slave days, they fed us the bad pieces of this and that and the third, of the meat. We get the bad pieces of the meat, we get all the trash, we get all the whatever, they get all of this and that and the third. But for some reason, we were much, much more healthier. For some reason, our life expectancy was a whole lot longer. People living to 90, 100, 105. You just don't see that no more, right? You know what I'm saying? And my belief is because while they did eat the scraps part of the meat, number one, they were active, very active. You know what I'm saying? They work in the fields, allegedly, hours a day. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have social media. We didn't have all these different distractions that are out here. Y'all excuse my daughter in the background. We didn't have all of these distractions and different entities. We didn't have access to everything. And we didn't have as many robots, machines, things like that. You kind of had to work with your hands. You kind of had to get out in the sun. There was no TV way back in the days. Weren't even a radio way back in the days. So all you kind of had to do was, to utilize your time, you had to be active, busy, whatever the case may be. Also, while we think we were eating bad, we wasn't eating that bad. The diet in those times consisted heavily of vegetation. You know, your greens, your carrots, your corn, all these things, they ate what they grew. You know what I'm saying? And that transitioned into our grandparents and, our great-grandparents rather, and then to our grandparents, and some of us, our parents, you know what I'm saying? Grew up on farms, grew up in the countries and stuff like that. Everybody wasn't in the city. We weren't really allowed. That was a white people thing, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? And kind of grew up eating what you grew, eating more vegetation versus meat, you know what I'm saying, and things like that. Nowadays, nobody eats vegetation. Nobody really is really active. Everybody is, you know what I'm saying? Everybody is just kind of, dare I say it, lazy. You know what I mean? We go to work our 9 to 5, but we sit down all day. Come home, but we sit down all day. Watch TV, watch this, do that, on the phone, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, plenty of fish, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is, Hulu, whatever you got going on, you know what I'm saying. Nobody thinks to get up, work out. Nobody thinks to, let me go do, walk around the block for a few laps or whatever the case may be. Nobody's doing that no more. We all tore up by the access. Everybody is, you know what I'm saying, engaged into everything except their health, which is very, very important, if not more important, the most important thing in your life. Because without it, you're no good. You're damaged goods. You know what I'm saying? If you got a job offer that require you to do this or do that, you can't take it because you're not in great health. You know what I'm saying? You can't run around with your children if you have any because you're not in the best shape, you know what I mean? And then they perpetuate this foolishness with my 600-pound life and all these kind of things. But nowadays we don't eat correct, we don't work out, we're not as active as we should be, and we're paying for it with shortened life expectancies, shortened lifespans, you know what I'm saying? My dad passed when he was about 59-ish, 58-ish, something like that. I can't do the math right now, you know what I'm saying? But he died young, you know what I mean? Probably not even that old, you know. I think he was more like 50-ish, 52-ish, 57-ish, I don't know. This is mid-50s, let's say that. Died in his mid-50s, you know what I'm saying? From CHF, chronic heart failure, and that's insane. But he tried to get it together the latter part of his life, but it kind of was too late, you know what I'm saying? Before that, he was a smoker, drinker, he just, eating bad and all that kind of stuff. But, he passed early in life. My uncle, the same thing. A couple of uncles, the same thing. An aunt that passed, he's roughly barely 60 years old, you know what I'm saying? Yo, come on, man. You're dying that young like that. I know some people's died as early from health now, not natural causes, not gunshot wounds, not fatal accidents, not, you know what I'm saying, being poisoned and nothing like that. I mean, them are poor health dying. Some young as 40, some young as 25, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because nowadays, these youngsters, they're not even expected to see 25 because they are hooked on these drugs and codeine and these pills and all that kind of stuff. And you do what you do, but hey, man, by the time you get to 25, they start that shit at 15. By the time they get to 25, their liver gone, their kidneys gone, their heart ain't working right, they nothing. They ain't just 25. They look like they 72 and they ain't even 20. Dog, boy, you look old, man. You look beat up. You look tore up in the face. You just, you know what I'm saying? Your skin ain't glowing, your bags under your eyes and all this foolishness. But that's because we not paying attention to our health. We feel invincible. You know what I'm saying? We feel invincible, or invisible rather. None of that stuff matters, because we're blinded and we're, what's the word I want to use? We're blinded and we are pacified to a degree to where, you know what I'm saying, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying, we cool, it don't matter. You gain a little weight with terms like dad bod and oh, she thicker than a Snicker. No, man, you overweight, yo. Like, you need to get that in check, my nigga. Like, for real. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that, you know what I'm saying, I don't have empathy or sympathy for people that ain't in the best health. To look at me, you know what I'm saying, I ain't in the best health either. I haven't always been in the best shape of my life. I ain't always been in, you know, whatever the case may be, but I make a conscious effort to pay attention to that kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, getting back into, you know, health being important, we need to take a better stance on our health, because we are losing that battle, and we're losing it at an alarming rate. They got some people that's getting on to it, but we need more in our community because we not prepared for anything. Let's just say these people turn around and want to go to war with us in our own country, and whatever the case may be, civil war, race war. We not prepared because we not in shape. We don't do no push-ups. We don't run no blocks. We ain't doing nothing. We ain't prepared for none of that. You know what I'm saying? We just, and from a health standpoint, yeah, man, the people put some coronavirus. All us started dying. They put coronavirus in the air, and all us started dying, like by the alarming rate. You know what I'm saying? Or getting sick by it and catching it and can't get past it. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man, if you was in better shape and better health and you took better care of yourself, man, it would have probably passed you by. Or if you would have caught it, it would have fought it and knocked it out so fast that, you know, it wouldn't even been an issue. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Where our heads at? Where we at? You know what I'm saying? Then they say the coronavirus, we go right back to the same thing. Popeyes, lining up at Popeyes, lining up at McDonald's. The Popeyes line right around the corner. Yo, like, come on, y'all still ain't learned? That's where the power is at, in the damn food, man. They putting chemicals and additives and all this stuff in the food that we eat. So it's imperative that you pay attention to what you put in your body, because if you don't, you're gonna succumb. You're gonna, you know what I'm saying, they put addictive properties in that kind of stuff, man, to make you go back and go back and go back. And you don't think it is, you think it's just chicken. But where in the hell did chicken get 20,000 ingredients for a sandwich? You know, chicken sandwich with 20,000 ingredients. Why? It should be chicken, it should be flour, grease, chicken. You know what I'm saying? No, not tryptophan, whatever they calling and shit out here. And this ingredient and that ingredient and that ingredient and this ingredient stuff. You can't even pronounce stuff that look German and all kind of stuff. And it ain't just chicken. It's the burgers. It's the fries. It's the, you know what I'm saying? The soft drinks, the cool drinks, all this shit, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It got addictive properties in it to keep you coming back. So just, you know, beware of that, you know what I'm saying? Just in case they try to turn the rifles on us and all this kind of stuff, we ain't prepared for none of that, man. Just in case we have to go in famine and famish and all that kind of stuff. We don't know how to grow nothing. We don't, you know what I'm saying? We looking for chicken. We addicted to this. We addicted to this. We addicted to, you know, potato chips and all this kind of stuff. And yes, I can't, to a degree, I'm a victim of it too. I'm trying to climb up out of that stuff too. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing much better than I was several years ago, but I still got work to do on myself. But, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I need to get out here and speak this message about, you know, our health. You know what I mean? As a community. I'm, like I said, I'm not worried about other people, man. Like, our health. You know what I mean? We got to understand, statistically, we are dropping like flies, man. It don't look like it. We are dropping like flies. Very young, man. These people 45, 35, 25. I'm not talking about gunshot victims or car crashes. I'm talking about just sheer health. Just being in bad shape. Motherfuckers coming up with diabetes. Motherfuckers, man, I work in this field too. I am a dialysis technician. It's weird, long story. I'm not going to get into it. I'm a dialysis technician also while I'm on dialysis. You understand? And I see people, young people coming in there, man, to do dialysis treatments and the whole nine or whatever. It's just weird, yo. Like, God damn, my nigga, how old your ass? You know what I'm saying, baby girl, how it's like, wow, you dealing with this? Like, what happened? No, it's hereditary. No, it ain't. Yeah, I'm saying the disease ain't hereditary. What's hereditary is you picked up the same bullcom that your forefathers did, that your people did before you. You're doing the same thing. You gotta do something different. Reverse the curse, if you will. You know what I'm saying? And it's just insane to see, you know, the mortality rate just from is increasing from, you know what I'm saying, just having bad health or whatever. You know what I mean? And we got to change that as a people, man, if we want to survive and stay strong as a people. Man, we supposed to be the kings of the earth, but we not acting like kings and queens, rather, of the earth, and we ain't acting like it, man. The Bible tell us stay away from that stuff. We run right to it, you know what I mean? So, you know, we need to get better in that department, and you know what I'm saying? I think with better health comes better everything, you know what I'm saying? Your minds get sharper, your body gets stronger, you know what I mean? You're able to flourish better when your health is better. So you need to focus on that. You got more energy, you ain't lazy, you ain't tired, you ain't dragging foot, you ain't as aggressive, you ain't as, you know what I'm saying, adversarial, none of that kind of stuff. When you kind of got good health, you kind of on chill, you know what I mean? You really like facts, because I've been working on it. I've been doing it for, you know, last couple of years or whatever, and trying to eat cleaner and eat better, and I be on chill mode. I don't really be, you know, like I used to quarrel with everybody, like, you know what I'm saying? But I was just in bad shape, right? I just was in bad. I'm not saying health is the end all be all to, you know what I'm saying, your issues. Some of y'all really got really real mental issues that you need to seek professional help for. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is health can put you in the right direction to help fix some of them issues, dog. Because a lot of y'all crazy because your legs hurt. Your leg hurt because you ain't healthy. Your leg hurt because you don't do no squats. Your leg hurt because you don't walk. Your leg or run or jumping jacks or burpees. You know what I'm saying? Your head hurt because you got full of salt. You full of Popeye's chicken. You full of Chick-fil-A chicken. You full of McDonald's hamburgers or McDonald's fries. You know what I'm saying? And that's why your head hurt. You dehydrated because you full of so much salt. You don't drink water. You full of sugar. You full of cold drinks. You full of all of this. You know what I'm saying? So you got to do a better job of watching what you put inside of your body, because you know what I mean, some of that stuff can literally destroy you inside out. It's destroying you, man. And you know, you need to be conscious of that. They say the food is the medicine, or should be the medicine, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you eat certain foods, you get certain minerals, certain vitamins, you know what I'm saying, certain, you know what I'm saying, all of that good stuff, nutrients and all that kind of stuff, macronutrients, micronutrients, and things of that nature, you know. So I ain't gonna stay on here too long for the first episode, you know what I'm saying. Y'all probably gotta bear with me. This is the first time. I'm brand new at this. I'm trying to do my thing, you know, just to juice my time while I'm on this here machine. It will get better, I promise you that, as I go along. You know, with that being said, hey, y'all make sure y'all go check out my website, 9times.com, the number 9, INETYMES.com. And peep out my latest single, It Ain't Over. Yeah, it's on Spotify, Apple Music, the whole 9, you know what I'm saying? Wow, no pun intended. It's on all streaming platforms, you know what I mean? It's on my website as well. Y'all make sure y'all go check me out and support. Until then, y'all be cool, stay safe, work on that health. Yeah.